and where there are bumps. So I'm really excited to see these drivers start to make their way towards
number 2 on the course at the moment. Still no Section 2 time just yet. But Casey Curry, engine firing. And at 09.273. If you're looking for live timing and scoring, livetiming.net/PPIHC. And Casey Curry is off and away, beginning their making markers. Checkered flag here for the second of our runners, Casey Curry, across the stripe, completing. We're just waiting for cars to get rolling now, and off and away. Our Pikes Peak GT4 trophy by Yokohama entrance.
GT4 America, actually against me all season. So that
all of that goes into making that moment happen, and that's something we see very much in our profession as well.
Navigating the hairpins here on the way up the mountain. Pikes Peak GT4 trophy by Yokohama competitors continue to climb, and I want to thank the 10th Special Forces Group Commander waving. And across the stripe there, I believe that is Clint Vaschultz that has come.
Look at Laura Hayes. She just came into Sector 3 at a 2-minute 58 seconds. So that's quicker than any of the GT4 cars, which was to be expected. She did qualify. He is making his way through the section right now. Again, this is the section where it's hardest on the engine, but technically speaking, it's easiest on the driver because it's a race between hairpins. See, pretty impressive to watch. And we see him here just getting into the upper section. This is Boulder Park. This is where things start to get bumpy. Things start to get interesting. And here we are at the finish line.
Cool your engine is effectively. Running ethanol will actually help keep the engine temperatures down. That's critical for a purpose-built car like this. It is a little bit less energy dense than gasoline, though, so you end up using a little bit more. So
very similar time as well.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. I believe this is Yuri Kuznetsov in the number 69. Apex is set, and green flag for Yuri. Third year.
In different areas.
Andy Kingsley, another Pikes Peak Open competitor, the number 96, a 2002 Porsche 911 GTR, takes the green flag. 11. And looking pretty strong at the moment. Nice, clean, tidy run, and that's all you can ask for.
Andy Kingsley is a Colorado native, so we love to see that. He's from Buena Vista, and his best time is a 10:38 race day, but they're having some trouble with boost, but I think he'll do a really good job up here. As we're watching Andy Kingsley take the checkered flag, Kyle, we'll see where he finishes.
Andy Kingsley in the Pikes Peak Open category.
That's an older car, and you know, nowadays in road racing you see a lot of newer stuff, so it's cool that you can come to Pikes Peak and compete with new stuff, old stuff, everything, just as we see.
He has run here about 9 times. In the past that he's off and away in that Porsche GT2 RS Club Sport. He's run a variety of different machines here the last handful of years.
Start cutting through the switchbacks as we see David Hackle lining up for his green flag.
12th year at Pikes Peak in a 1983 Audi 54 out of Arvada, Colorado. His best time, a Chevrolet power plant under the hood, carving his way through. Really threw it into the hairpin there. He seems pretty confident those low-speed corners.
Yeah, that looked really awesome. And again, I just am stunned by the look of that car. It looks so great. And
450 days on track plus, he says, as David Hackle gets the green and begins the 12-mile trek to the top of America's mountain. This car is just one you have to soak in. And 7 in the third section, but here comes Kurt Deeker in unlimited, production-based.
Into Olympic and just about to cross the finish line for his first time ever. I guarantee you he's going to be hooked after this, Kyle.
Yeah, that or better. As Danny Aiken gets the green flag.
Danny Aiken, supported by Yokohama Tire. I know they built a great tire for this race. I've been lucky enough to run on Yokohama last year. He wants to come back time and time again. We're watching the 888 car come to Raymond Guerrero coming to the finish line with a successful run as Derek Jordan waves the checkered flag, and we'll see where he lands.
Raymond Guerrero in 115 feet. Herculean effort there to get that thing refired up again.
Wow, no kidding. Yeah, sometimes flipping the switches, pressing the buttons works, and it worked for several years ago.
Well, Danny Aiken is going to get launched again for the 3rd time and up under the gantry. 3rd time's the charm, perhaps. And well, Danny Aiken begins his climb up the mountain. Jeff Zwart and he's on the back end of it.
And Danny will feel like a weight lifted off his shoulder as he's coming to the completion of the middle section after looking like having a good run. Now he just needs to conquer. And there he is, and I can tell down here that he's got a great group of fans, friends, and family all rooting him on, all excited to see him take the checkered flag at the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb for Danny Aiken crosses the finish line.
Danny Aiken gets
just a moment as Dan is on his way, but Trevor, it looks like he gets a great launch off of the line. That Audi really working for him.
Yeah, 1980 ultimate test indeed. Rob Dahm. Green flag.
And that was a good launch if I've seen one. Man, I love watching those launches. He's flying under the gantry there to be for Father's Day. The mountain decided that it wanted those two to be running together.
This car, very similar to David Hackle. Sort of looks like it belongs on the mountain. The Saudi all-wheel drive system just looks absolutely spectacular. Holding back, wasn't it? So this is going to be a fun run to watch. Trevor Rueda following Dad up the mountain on Father's Day. He's going to get there. 1 corner to go for Trevor Rueda. Dad's time today, 11:07.050. Anxiously awaiting what son Trevor can do. Rob Dahm's car still looking strong. The RX-7 looking pretty planted now. They had that big moment, but braking in a straight line, using unwind the wheel, using all the road, carve in, and throttling up towards that upper section. You can just tell it's struggling. These rotaries really need RPM. They really like to run at high cool, that is. And today, fellow Green Berets will be at the start line, and one will be displaying the U.S. flag to the left, paying tribute to the 250th birthday of the country. And more on that in a moment as Rob Dahm brings the RX the second time he's reached the summit of Pikes Peak. In the RX-7, he gets there. His time from a special event. And thanks for being here. Looks like the track is green, so we're underway. Nick Plachenik is off and away. Rob Tinson, thanks for joining me so much. It's been a pleasure.
It's me that the Pikes Peak Hill Climb is doing as well as it ever has, and we've seen so much competition here today, and we love that. That's such a great sign. A race
break his PB, but Nick Plachenik in the Chevrolet Camaro up to the top in the Pikes Peak Open category. And for the first time in his career, maybe of many, Nick Plachenik finishes the 12-mile trek to the top of America's mountain.
And you know exactly where that limit of grip is.
Kristen Gimbosh.
Fully went off there, but it's very deceiving because there's a corner just before it that looks extremely similar, but you have to brake.
Enters the last 2 corners in the number 73 Audi TT RS for the Pikes Peak Open category. Makes it to the top. Checkered flags waving, and across the stripe. Job complete for the German.
And Earl O'Malley are here together. I believe that's another father-son duo that I might have missed a moment ago, but the O'Malleys have been coming to Pikes Peak during race week. I am not entirely sure the whole backstory there, but I do know Rodney O'Malley is quite experienced here at Pikes Peak.
So watching the Audi of Josh Tangy continue. He's in green flag for Alex Kim, and he'll chase Ryan Cheek and Earl O'Malley up the mountain in this beautiful Audi S1 tribute car. Here we go. And well,
some records being broken and a lot of really good stuff happening. Sure, have there been a few issues? Yes, there always is, but that's what makes this race so challenging, is that it's not easy in the slightest to conquer.
Alex Kim up in the Colorado Rockies, now getting closer and closer to the summit. Just a moment ago, tripping time at Pikes Peak. Here comes Alex Kim, Lonnie, to the checkers, the top of Pikes Peak in a 1987 silhouette car of some of the greatest machines ever to tackle the mountain.
It's paying tribute to the past of Pikes.